Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from 6 of Spades, and he is in the Musashi, a tier 9 Japanese battleship. He is on the map Trident, and well, it's a ranked battle. Now there is one destroyer per team only, but the enemy team does have 3 raiders, and the friendly team only has 1. And that's... well, that could be a problem. Now with 3 raiders, the Kitakaze is aggressively going for the... well, for the heal buff in the center. With 3 raiders, that's quite risky. He probably shouldn't do that just yet. Like, I mean, we have spotted 1 raider, and there is the enemy destroyer, so both destroyers met there. Now, we have a friendly raider here, so the enemy destroyer has to be careful too. And very nice, so we already got a citadel on the Neptune. And look at that. There is still 2 ships we haven't spotted yet, and guess what? Both of those ships have radar. So... that Kitakaze is getting farmed here. It's not really surprising. He was way too aggressive considering the amount of radar there was around. So he should have tried to play it a bit more passive early on. But yeah. The friendly's got the buff here on the left side, and we have 2 cruisers here. Might be successfully pushing here. We will see. It looks like the enemy team is focusing mostly on the center. And also the battleships are here in the center. Now we have a spotted Neptune who seems to be desperately trying to get away. And that was a very disappointing salvo. Now Neptunes, well, British cruisers are basically paper ships. And they are very easily to take down if they are spotted usually. But obviously their advantage is things like smoke. Now we also have a broadside Kronstadt that's trying to get away from those cruisers, and the broadside Kronstadt, a very juicy target indeed. Now personally, I think I would have tried to sink that Neptune. I mean, yeah, broadside Kronstadt is pretty tempting, and it's obviously an important target to take down. But like with the British, that Neptune might just drop into concealment and disappear. And... well, I mean, like, right. Oh, okay, somebody got the Neptune. So everything's fine. Now, finishing off low health targets is obviously very important because it takes an enemy ship out of the game, it takes the guns out of the game, and it doesn't allow them the opportunity to maybe heal up, recover, or farm you from stealth. So, ship-wise, we are still pretty even. Nobody has managed to grab the heal here in the center. Now, heals are very nice long-term. Like, if every ship in your team has a heal and the battle goes for a long while, it gives everyone the chance to, like, recover. And that poor Kronstadt is getting banged up quite a bit. Now, the enemy battleships are not in the best position, I suppose, because they are, I guess, too far towards the right side, and they are not meeting the incoming charge here in any way. Now we have a friendly Iowa who is also being pretty aggressive here, which could be questionable. I mean, he has that island in front of him, and with that Kronstadt here taken care of, I mean, that Lion just has to face ships in front of him, that Iowa just has to face ships in front of him, so the Iowa should be fine. But there is still the enemy destroyer around, and yeah, here are the storms. So I was already wondering, why this destroyer, what this destroyer is doing. Now the Kronstadt isn't very close here, I guess. I mean, okay, it's a Kronstadt, he has very long range radar, so I assume the destroyer was always afraid to try to take this point, but I mean, he could have tried to come in from the other side and torpedo those battleships. Because it's not like that the battleships are moving all that much. And it looks like the friendlies are going to grab this heal. They might have this destroyer cornered. I'm not sure if he was raided earlier in his smoke, I believe so. And now he's probably just spotted the old-fashioned way because he's fired his guns. Well, that's good night. And that takes care of the enemy destroyer. So the friendlies are now in a pretty good position. They have 1 more ship, they have more points. And, well, the enemy team is not in the best of positions, I suppose. So we have the friendly battleship in the front, we have the cruisers coming in from behind. Now, of course, the Musashi is now going to angle towards the enemy battleships. He definitely doesn't want them sailing around a corner and abusing his broadside. He's also trying to slow down here because he wants to keep shooting this buffalo, I suppose. Of course, he still needs a little bit of speed in order to continue his turn here towards the enemy battleships. Or if they can take care of this buffalo, this would be nice. It looks like the Missouri is behind an island anyway, so the Missouri can't do much, and the Lion is in the process of sailing behind an island. So this means the friendlies can all focus their fire on the buffalo. Unfortunately, well, I mean, momentum can be a bitch, so Musashi drifts behind this island while he is trying to get into reverse here to continue shooting this buffalo. Now the third traverse in a Musashi is pretty bad. So this means he can't easily switch targets, right? So it would be very nice if they took care of the buffalo and he could focus his guns on the possibly Missouri and the Lion. Now at some point the Lion will appear behind this, it probably will sail around this island. Yeah, he does. There's a potential for the Missouri to sail around here, but I mean it would be suicide for the Missouri to show this much broadside to a Musashi while coming around here. Now, Six of Spades is still focusing on the buffalo. I mean, the buffalo is on very low health. If he can get a few shots in there, it should be fine. He is well angled against the Lion. He is pretty healthy still. And as I said, finishing low health ships is sort of good. So only 3 shells made it past the mountain. Will those 3 shells be enough? Well, unfortunately, no. Now you could make an argument for trying to focus the Lion because the Lion is showing a little bit of broadside, but I mean the guns are already turned this way and look at this buffalo, right? You could, I mean, I'm not sure if both cruisers are even shooting the buffalo. The cruisers should also be able to deal with this, but now he's healing. And I really don't want that buffalo to escape and continue shooting the friendlies. This buffalo is just refusing to go down, but one day, his luck will run out. And it might be this day, because now that's the dispersion we have been looking for. And there he is a citadel, because, well, no kill like overkill. So it's 2 against 2, and our Musashi here has been wisely reversing. Now, if the Missouri comes around this corner, there might be an opportunity to finish him off. The Lion, I'm not sure where the Lion is going, but it looks like the Lion is starting to angle here. Now, I mean, a Musashi can just overmatch the bow. If the... oh. Well, there goes the friendly cruiser. So... This is awkward. The Lion is just charging in here. I mean, the Lion probably wants to go for a ram, let's face it. The enemy team has 2 ships left. So the Lion doesn't care if he goes down as long as he takes the Musashi with him. And that Lion will probably just, yeah, he will go in and try to burn him. Oh, there is the Missouri. Now, if he can finish off the Missouri, that would be awesome. This means the ram would be less problematic with a Lion. Now, I'm not sure who would win if they ram and sink each other, to be honest. The ram mechanics are... oh, that was a bit disappointing. You know, fully broadside, well, mostly broadside Missouri, you'd expect a lot more out of that salvo. So yeah, the ram mechanics have confused me sometimes in the past. But, obviously, he really doesn't want to ram a Lion while there is still another enemy around. So he's continuing to reverse here. And he can't overmatch the bow of a Lion. But I'm not sure if you can sink it fast enough. Like, that's massive damage, obviously, but there is still a lot of Lion left. And that Lion is getting dangerously close. Now he's probably getting off 1 more salvo before the Lion comes too close. And, well, there really isn't anything he can do. I mean, he keeps reversing, but the Lion is obviously faster going forward. Yeah, another big salvo, but... well... it's going to hurt. But, you know... well, plot twist, Musashi is still around. Now, I'm not sure if he has a ramming flag equipped. That would certainly explain this. The other thing is that, like, I don't know exactly how ramming works, but it's somewhat of a dot that's applied and not, I feel like, all the damage at a time, or maybe it has to do with speed. I don't know. But be that as it may, it was not the outcome I expected. So anyway, that changes things. Now unfortunately the Missouri still has quite a bit of HP left, but he's showing broadside. And, well, RNG says no. Now the Missouri can still leg kick. Now once again the Missouri has a problem because even going bow in, the bow might be overmatched. But you present a much smaller target if you're bow in. And that alone will reduce the damage you take. So, I mean, there is a citadel. The Missouri really should stop showing broadside. The Missouri should also consider just trying to burn down the Musashi because the Musashi is angled. The Missouri could kite away. I mean, the Missouri could also just try this ramming thing again. I mean, worked out so well for the last ship. Or I guess they could just continue to show broadside and wait for it to be over. And here we are with the results. 6 of spades earned himself 2,522 base experience, and yeah, he did very nicely here. Now he earned himself a Confederate, a Die-Hard, a Fireproof, a Kraken, and a High Caliber, scoring 207,000 points of damage. So very nicely done by him, nice carry, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.